There we had Admiral Mary Landry, who was the first federal on-scene coordinator before Thad Allen was even appointed, as well as Doug Suttles. You see these people on TV every afternoon almost. And this was the first group that was right there. And when I walked in there, you could look on the faces. And when I looked at those faces, it reminded me of the faces that I saw during Hurricane Katrina. One of almost shock. What are we going to do with this? And especially on the DP side. Chandelier Islands, you know, we're talking about an ecosystem here that's the most delicate in our country. This is where shrimp and oyster, birds, turtles, this is where they come to roost. This is where they come. And to have this happen at this location, at this time of the year, which is the height of shrimp season, was obviously a disaster. But trying to protect these fragile islands. One of the first efforts that they came up with was to develop what they call a coffer dam that they were going to lower over the piece of the pipe that was leaking. So that's it. So they're lowering it down. The pipe would be right in here. This would go down. This would sink into the mud up to these levels right here. And then all the oil would come up and be able to be ejected out of the top of it. The problem is that ice crystals formed at the top of it and clogged it up. So that far down, 5,000 feet down, it's very cold, the pressure. So unfortunately, it didn't work. So again, back to the drawing board. Tracking this stuff with our Web EOC. I don't know, Mike, does Virginia use Web EOC? Okay, so we had all of our emergency management officials in all these parishes that were well aware how to use that system. We educated the Coast Guard and BP on it, and we all on the same sheet of music. So from situation reports to action items, it was all tracked in time and recorded in Web EOC plans. The state had that, working with the Coast Guard, but those area contingency plans were focused on a barge accident, not an Exxon Valdez every 4 days. So throw those area contingency plans out. We got a mega plan here that we need to get together on. This more challenging was that you had BP who was writing the check. This wasn't a Stafford Act. This was a OPA, open name. So you got a different chain. That's the big difference here.